If you've ever been at the table when the entire party is stopped by a goddamn wooden door, this is the video for you. Today, we're going to talk about best practices for rolling dice at the game table, specifically about when you should ask for dice in the first place. Dice are like a magic 8-ball that only have 4 answers. Yes, no, yeah, and oh, why did I do that? So before you roll them, you better know what your question is. Typical questions are, if I make a running jump, can I get to the other side of this pit safely? Or maybe if I lie to him, he'll tell me what I want to know. Once you've got your question, that's where the easy part starts. Steps 1, 2, and 3 to determining whether or not you should ask for a die roll in the first place are as follows. Step 1, is there a chance? You've got a yes or no question, basically, right? If there is no chance of a yes, there is no point in asking. If a player looks at you and says, I try and fight as hard as I can in order to see if I can fly, you already know that no matter how hard he farts, he cannot fly. No chance of a yes, no dice. Step 2 is, do we care if we can fail? Technically speaking, some of us are just failures. Stop looking at me like that. Technically speaking, the door could be jammed as you're trying to exit your tavern room. That's not important. If it's not important if a failure happens, no dice, no roll. The easiest way to remember this is that dice rolls should be final. If you could try it again, you probably don't need to be asking for a die roll for that. In combat, that might be different, as the time that you dedicate to doing the action could have been dedicated to something more important that could save lives, but that's a whole different story. Number C. It's important to ask, can this go horribly wrong or horribly right? If it's a situation where things could really go horribly wrong or horribly right, but odds are that you're really not going to fail it, this is what low difficulty checks are for. Literally, that's why they were invented. Crits and botches can happen, and when they could happen and they could really impact a story, it's best to ask for a roll even if you're only checking for a crit or a botch. This is only important if you as the GM are aware of how this could go horribly wrong or horribly right, or why that might be important. Otherwise, don't bother, but sometimes you might ask for a really low difficulty check just to get the chance for a crit or a botch to happen. I'm Evil Squeegee, and that's been Dice 101, when to ask for dice. Remember, is there a chance it could work? Do we care if it can fail? And will a crit or a botch really change things here? I'm Evil Squeegee. I'll catch you later. Adios.
Good gods above, just look at this treasure!
The adorable little gnome sputters excitedly.
There's gotta be enough gold in here to buy a whole castle!
She jumps into the mounds of money, having completely forgotten the corpse of the magnificent, draconic beast that lies behind you. You wipe your forehead and catch your breath, watching her.
Ooh, a silver Game Wisp subscription!
She exclaims, holding the item aloft. Huh, that's actually valuable.
And a Twitter! Hee-hee! And a Twitch! Made of live gameplay broadcast!
At this rate, she's tossing treasure over her shoulder before she even finishes calling out what it is.
Ooh.
She pauses, suddenly, holding up a complicated-looking box.
What's this button do? Oh shit!
She is sucked into the mechanical contraption like gas into a fan. The box lands on the ground with a clatter, and in a panic, you rush over and pick it up. On the opposite faces, you find 2 buttons. Like and subscribe. What do you do?